Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai Bashem Rakako Dash Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, "And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe from the prophets." So this is going to be a video where I'm going to go into the destruction of this place and the destruction of kingdoms of the past. But mainly these scriptures are going to deal with the destruction coming now, which is going to be the worst destruction in the history of the planet Earth, of mankind. The last major destruction was a flood. And if you look up the flood, you go to Google, you look up the biblical flood that it happened, you get a lot of evidence that all these nations had a flood story. I mean, you got to look it up yourself. I don't know if they took it out or whatever, but I remember before I came to the truth that there was, read books and things where it said every current nation today, they all had a flood story, because every person that you see on the planet Earth came from one of the sons of Noah, Noach, which means rest or comfort, because the Most High set him up to be a comforter for the people that came out of him, the seed, the progenitors, his progenitors. And out of those three, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, you had the chosen line, which was Shem. That's in Genesis chapter 10. And then from Shem had sons. He had 5 principal sons. And out of those 5 sons, it was Faxad that was the chosen. Then it went on down to Peleg, Joktan and Peleg. Then it went from Joktan and Peleg to and Peleg means split. And from out of him came Eber, or Hebrew, which means pass. And out of him ultimately came Abraham, and Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the sons of Jacob, not the daughters, but the sons, not the daughter, but the sons of Jacob. Anybody that's born out of any of the sons of Jacob are Israelites. And that includes Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So among these Israelites, which means, that's why you have to understand some Hebrew and some Greek. That's why we go to the blue letter a lot in the strong concordance and so forth. Concordance. And you go into the Hebrew word for the word Israel. It simply means, and the blue letter breaks it down wrong. They say Israel means he will prevail. Doesn't mean that. The actual root of the word is Yasha'Allah, Yah meaning he, Shah meaning prince, and Allah meaning God. He prince God, or he's a prince of God. So, it says here, the title, "And there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe." And this was in the book that we deal with, which is called the Bible, the Scriptures. There's many things in the Scriptures about the history of Israel, about the history of other nations, about the major kingdoms in Daniel chapter 2, Daniel chapter 7. You know, if you go to Daniel chapter 7, you have Daniel chapter 2, you have the head of gold, which represents the Babylonians. Going to his secular history, there was a Babylonian empire, or Neo-Babylonian Empire. The breasts and the arms was of silver, which is the Medo-Persian Empire. You know the rest of the story. Then you had the Greeks, and then you had the Romans, then you have the current Roman Empire. So people that read the scriptures and say, I can't see it, it's a fairy tale book to me. The Most High has failed to open your eyes. Any of you that came into this thing, came through the doors of the One West, 125th Street, came up under the teaching, the tutelage of the elders over you, the teachers, and you turn your back on this thing, well, woe is coming to you. Woe is coming to you. Destruction's coming to you. And if you're an Edomite, destruction is coming unto you. If you're in America, the best thing for an Edomite to do is leave the country. That way you don't taste the missiles. The weeping and gnashing of teeth is going to take place in America, in the land of Yasha Allah, which is called Palestine. If you're in a neutral country and you're an Edomite, you're going to be okay. If you're in a neutral country and you're of another nation, another lineage, other than Edomites and Israelites, you're going to be good. Some of your buildings are going to be knocked down because the whole earth is going to shake. But then you're going into captivity. There's going to be a great sifting. We're going to sift the Israelites, separate the Israelites from the Edomites and the other nations. Now the first sifting is going to come from the angels, Matthew 13. They said they're going to sift the nation, the elect of Israel. And the angels not just going to sift out Israel, they're going to sift out the Israelites, and they're going to sift out the elect of Israel, which are the chosen of the Most High, which the men are supposed to be prophets. So not enough of you are out there. You got a lot of men that are in Israel, but they ain't pushing this. They ain't pushing this They ain't pushing this thing like they're supposed to be pushing this thing. So you may not even be one of the chosen. You may just be a regular Israelite. As Yeshaya said, you're going to be a citizen in Israel. Well, a citizen in Israel is going to be. They're going to live good. They're going to be super rich. And you're going to be a priest. You're going to be lifted up. All you Israelite men are going to be lifted up. And your women. Our women are not going to have jobs in the kingdom. You got Bishop Nathaniel talking about Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. It's talking about and that's going to take place in the kingdom. Well, it says that they're going to make their own food and wear their own clothes. Meaning they're going to work. You don't have to pay for them. They're just going to be there for you. No, that's talking about it's going to happen on this side. Then it's going to continue to take place in the kingdom, but our women are not going to have to work. Israelite women, because they're going to have servants too. So you're going to do, as Barbara Bush said, this thing worked out well for you. When they had the people over there, and Katrina, she said, come on. That's why them two devils are dead. The George Bush Sr. and Barbara Bush, they're in the spiritual realm, and when they come, they're instructed, when they come back, they're coming back as slaves. The next big slave, well, slavery as a whole is coming back, and we're going to be the slave masters. You're going to be working in the field. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. It says, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Thus saith the prophets. Anybody that's teaching that Edomites can make it, they're false prophets. Other nations can make it, they're false prophets. Negro, all the tribes of Negroes, false prophets. Recently, you had Fopi that was pushing that nonsense about all black. The 12 tribes are all black Negroes. They haven't did a video in a while, and this guy Panath would show that he was I told him he was a false prophet years ago, and he took off a year, and he came back, and he did last video he did was he ain't gonna do no more videos. Let me go ahead and bring it up. I mean, he did salute us. He saluted all the other Israelites out there, but he found out that he's not a prophet. You can't make yourself a prophet. Let me do this. These are videos. The top 10 cities with the highest STD rate in 2024, and they're all Jake cities, all throughout the South. Like Amos 7 says, that and not too many words, that your wife shall be a harlot in the city. The least woman, you stay away from the black woman, point blank, period. And now when you deal with women, you better go get a blood test. You better get a blood test, because you don't know what disease you might get. I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death of women, period, because of the diseases that they have. Let me do this. Yeah, this man is going. This guy, he came up against GMS, and look at him now. He's doing 7 years. 7 years is a long time, and he won't be coming out. The missile's gonna come take him out.
Nicole Garcia, we were calling you
He's gonna be taken out right in prison. He might be eating. He might be taking a shower. He might be asleep. He might be getting his ass whooped. He might be getting raped. Whatever this thing is, his polite he's done. He should have never fucked with the prophets. You understand? Then he said that we were, child moes, but it found out that he was a child mo. And this is not his first rodeo. He was doing that before with Renentech, with the daughter of one of his wives that ran away with him to California. And now she's a sex worker. I saw a video of her. Somebody can confirm it. She's a sex worker out there in L.A. because she got turned out by Polite. So he's done. And ain't nobody talking about him no more. So nobody talk. They don't even bring us. It's like he never existed. And if he comes out, niggas are gonna be gunning for his ass. Whack 100 coming to get you. So fuck you and have a nice day, nigga. Anyway, what did I say I was gonna go? Oh, Fopi. Yes. How can I forget Fopi? I told Fopi that they were not prophets of the Lord. Okay, so here it is. This is a month ago. He just all of a sudden, Elder Konath, last show, and they haven't did a video yet. This is a brother that was part of the ISUPK, and he said, them guys are not right. Most I was not dealing with them, so I left. Right here it is. Right. So he said the 12 tribe chart belonged in the garbage and the trash. So he was a false prophet. So there you go on that. Anyway, let's get right into the scriptures. Okay, I want to open up with Wisdom of Solomon. I have an old list that for years I've been putting together lists here and there. I got about, I don't know, 10, 15 lists of scriptures. So if I don't have anything in my mind to go into, you just pull out one of the lists and then you read from the list. And the first precept is number 8, the 8th scripture, which is Wisdom of Solomon. So our main job is to tell Israelites that whoever is among the elect, they're going to come into this thing and then they're going to ultimately become teachers if they're men. And the destruction of Esau in this current world in the new kingdom. So it says here, start from the top, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Then shall the righteous man, which represent the prophets, the elect, stand in great boldness for the face of such as have afflicted him or have afflicted the Israelites. You know, one affliction is us going into being put on. The trip over here was hell. They afflicted us. They put us in ship. We were cargo. And a lot of us died. A lot of us got sick. And when we got over here, you had certain of the shipmen that was raping the women. So when we got over here, the ones that were strong enough to make it, they were sold on auction blocks. So you think that's not going to happen to you? Reality is going to hit you in the face. You know, reality is going to hit you in the face when this place goes down, and when you wake up on the damn auction block, whether we're going to do it that way or not, being sold. We're gonna ship you all around the world among Israelites and you other nations. And you're gonna have work assignments, and we're gonna treat you like the dog shit that you are. And we're gonna beat the hell out you. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna bring you, and we got spiritual power, so we can kill you. I don't like the way you died. Rewind, boom, bring his spirit back in, beat the shit, restore him, and beat the shit out of him some more. And we're going to take your woman. So just watch the movie 12 Years a Slave and just change the characters around. And our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. So we're going to rule over your red ass forever until the time comes when we gather you together and exterminate you, get rid of you, put you in that pit. And don't worry, none of you are going to burn in slavery forever. That's some stupid doctrine that the IUIC teaches, which proves that they're sold out. Anyway, these IUIC guys, just like the Tazadakia guys, the comforting people, these guys are under a spell. They're still them guys in the ICGJC. They're still under a spell. They're waiting for Tazadakia to raise back from the dead, like Blackula. He ain't coming back. He ain't coming back unless it's all set up and he's hanging out with Michael Jackson in Dubai. But anyway, If you look up certain words, you look up the word herd mentality, cult, zombies. Let me see something here. I didn't want this. I didn't want this. I don't want this. Okay, where did I say I was going to go? Okay, I don't need that. Well, I looked up some words. Herd mentality, cult of personality. Anyway, it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. The strangeness of his salvation is what? The elect will be beamed up into spaceships, a spaceship, which is Yahweh Shai's spaceship. The angels are coming to just tear shit up with the lasers. So far beyond all that they looked for. That's why Esau is scared of these UFO sightings. They call them UAPs, unidentified. Unidentified aerial phenomenon, that's the term that England used, which means England is the mother of America. They adopted. They didn't make up that term. That's over here. The U.S. they call them UFOs, unidentifiable flying objects. In England is unidentifiable aerial phenomenon. So England said, look, start using that term. Because they get their marching orders from London, from the elite in London, which is one of the three city-states. The three city-states, like three unclean spirits, like frogs came out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, out of the mouth of the false prophet. That's London, financial, the U.S. military, and the religious part of the spiritual part is the Roman Catholic Church and all of the daughter churches. So if you're a Baptist, you're a Roman Catholic. If you're a Calvinist, you're a Roman Catholic. If you're a Protestant, you're a Roman Catholic. Pentecostal, Roman Catholic. Seventh-day Adventist, Roman Catholic. Was it Jehovah's Witness, Roman Catholic? You're all Roman. Hey, Vocab Malone is nothing but a Reformed Roman Catholic. The Roman Catholics believe in the Apocrypha. A Reformed Roman Catholic doesn't. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation so far beyond all that they looked for. And there's so many precepts that just came to my mind. Revelation 11. What other precepts? Revelation 18 and 4. Micah 5 and 7 on down. Just to name a few. Because we're going to be saved in a spectacular way. Because the whole world's going to see it. Everybody on the planet Earth, if there's 9 billion people on the planet Earth, 9 billion people are going to see it. Because you have news companies all around the world. And they repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall reap in the gnashing of teeth, because they're going to be burning that fire. Say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. Reproach meaning they disrespected us, they made jokes about us. A white guy, a Chinese guy, and a black guy. And it's always a black guy that gets the bad part of the joke. Derision. Look up the word derision. The word comes up 98 times. 106 times, I'm sorry. So I was like going through these. Which one did I? Oh, Lamentations. I mean Ezekiel. I'm sorry, Ezekiel. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. No, that was for the word woe. I'm sorry. Derision. I'm looking for the word derision. Derision pops up a bunch of times. "15 times in 15 verses. See, they're going to be in derision. They're like we were in derision. Right. The proud, which are the Edomites, the leader Esau, have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. In other words, we didn't sell out. We kept the laws. We didn't eat pork. We didn't eat shrimp. We didn't on the Sabbath, which the Sabbath is based upon the new moon. So these other camps teaching Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, you're not teaching the law correctly. I was derision to all my people and their song all day. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thou shalt drink of thy sister's cup deep and large, thou shalt be laughed to scorn and had in derision. It containeth much. Now you know what I'm going to do. Let me open this up. Yes, sin and its consequences. We're under the curses. But this is going to apply to Esau now. Hosea, this is talking about Ephraim. Hosea 7:16. They return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful. If you go to the top of this page, it's talking about Ephraim. Deceitful bow. I'm going to show you that it's talking about Ephraim, not even going up to that. But if you go, matter of fact, let me do that. Show you that it's talking about Ephraim, which is the northern kingdom, Ephraim's iniquity. A bow and arrow goes together, right? Bow and arrow represents Judah, Judah and Ephraim, the two kingdoms coming together. They return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful bow Their princes shall fall by the sword of Esau, the conquistadors, for the rage of their tongue. This shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. The land of Egypt is talking about modern Egypt, of course. It's not talking about ancient Egypt. So let me go to the word bow. Bow is where you, well, let's go to it. The word there is quashath. Quashath. Well, that's a name for a brother. Quashath. Allah. Bow of the Most High. Bow for hunting battle. Bowmen, archers. Figurative, might, rainbow. Rainbow is a righteous thing. These people did change the whole meaning up of the bow. Bear me for a minute. See, what really scares the Edomites, these elite, it's not just Jake waking up and coming together. What's really going to make them shit in their pants is when the Latin tribes or the Northern Kingdom come in unison with Jake. See, these people from Venezuela, Jake don't want them up here, but guess what? Some of them are of the elect. Because Jake don't understand that they're Israelites. I don't know if IUIC is reaching those Venezuelans that's coming up here. Okay, so let me do this. Let me open this up. Zechariah 9 and 10. And we're going to read down past 12 and 13. Deliverance of, beautiful, deliverance of Judah and Ephraim. This is what Esau is afraid of. Esau is afraid of Jake coming together, but Esau is really going to be afraid when Ephraim and Judah come together. When the kingdom of Judah and the northern kingdom or the kingdom of Israel come together. So now, these Venezuelans that come up here, if these women are going to get with Jake men, and these Venezuelan men are going to get with Jake women, or women of other tribes of Ephraim will mingle themselves, it's all coming together. All the 12 tribes are here. All the 2 kingdoms are here. You know, Issachar that's against Jake. And that's why I understand why you got certain groups that say, well, they're not our people. Because they hate us. Yeah, they hate us because they don't know who they are. It says, and I will cut off the chariot from Ephraim, which is the power, and the horse, Jerusalem, the battle, the bow, off, speak peace unto the heathens, dominions. He shall see river, deliverance of, matter of fact, let me do this. Prophecy against neighboring nations. Deliverance of Judah and Ephraim. Starting at 11th verse. As for thee also, by the blood of thy covenant agreement, I have sent forth thy prisoners out of the pit wherein is no water. Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. This is a prophetic, this is a prophecy is getting ready to come to pass. It said, turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoner of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee when I have bent Judah for me. Now, right here, uh, the bow is Judah. But in the scripture, previous scripture that we read, the bow is Ephraim. So they're interchangeable. A bow, an arrow, you can't throw an arrow at somebody. You need a bow. The power is in the bow and the arrow. Them two coming together. So the Most High compared us to the two kingdoms as a bow and an arrow. They can only work in power when they come together. They come together. You have a warrior with just arrows, he's dead. You have a warrior with just a bow, he's dead. You need the bow and the arrow together. The southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. The kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel. The kingdom led by Judah and the northern kingdom led by Ephraim. When I have bent Judah for me, which is now he's the bow, filled the bow with Ephraim. So the bow, the Ephraim represents the arrow now. The previous scripture was the other way around. And raise up thy sons, O Zion, because who are the sons of Zion? All the tribes. Against thy sons, O Greece, which are the Edomites, and made thee as the bow of a mighty man. The Most High going to put that warrior spirit back in us and spiritual power. And Yahweh shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning. Because what will our Lord Yahweh Shai and the angels do when they attack this place? They're going to shoot lasers from them ships. That's 2nd Ezra chapter 13. And Yahweh, the Most High, shall blow the trumpet and shall go with whirlwinds of the south. Hey, ultimately, for how great is his goodness or righteousness, and how great is his beauty, corn shall make the young men cheerful, and new wine the maids, meaning in the kingdom. In the kingdom. So this is getting ready to happen. When the ships come. As the high priest Lahab said, when you see the ships, Richard, then we will be killing you. Anyway, let me see. So let me come back over here. Third verse again, and they repenting and groaning, because a lot of them are going to try to get right with the Most High, but you're Edomites. You can't get right with the Most High. Did not Antiochus Epiphanes try to get right with the Most High? Did the Most High have mercy on him? For anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. Jokes that disrespected you. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. That's how they look at us. These people are crazy. They're bugged out. These crazy black Hebrew Israelites. And see this, these small hats, they got to lawyer up. Anything you say that they deem to be negative, the Kanye West, I was watching a video where they rolled up on him and he said Jews control the media and all kind of businesses, which is a true statement. Then he pulled out a phone and showed anywhere you see red, that's where the so-called Jew is. So he proved his point. Now, did it mean the major companies, the major news companies, these major mega, conglomerates, these major billion-dollar, Esau, Jake make $1 million deals, right? Jake rappers and stuff, they make $1 million deals, right? Esau makes billion and $1 trillion deals. Well, they make $1 billion deals. I picked up this passenger years ago, an Edomite, little short Bonnie Rubble looking Edomite, He get in the car, I put the seat back, and I said, no, I ain't gonna get mad. I had to take him down to Manhattan. And this demon was on the phone making us, what was it? It was a $66 million deal. He said, we should sell it for $66 million. And this devil didn't give me a fucking tip. So I'm gonna get him. And I'm gonna worry. You're gonna be the donkey. You're gonna be the donkey. I'm gonna have you digging. I remember you. I said, remember me, nigga? It says, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to without honor. So, in other words, they take us for a joke. Not no more. That's why they lawyered up. All these organizations, the ADL, was the Anti-Defamation League, which is anti-defamation against them, not against people in general. The Southern Poverty Law Center. They got another one called the Canary Mission, and they mainly focus on IUIC because of the numbers. All right, because they want to be the people. And they're looking like the bad guys. Everybody around the world knows that that's a genocide going on in that land over there. It says, so ultimately, the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of this flock, the smallest group of Edomites, are them small hats in that small patch of land over there called Israel. And that's not even all of Israel. Israel goes from the east of the Nile River all the way to the Euphrates. That's our land. But we're going to have the whole land because we're going to enslave everybody. It says, how is he numbered among the children of God? These guys are the children of God. And his lot, his position, where he stands on, is among the saints, meaning we are the saints. Anyone that stands among the saints is a what? Is a saint. Who is the saints? The word saint is Latin, a santa, which means that you get the word sanitation, sanitarium. They take you to the crazy house they call it sanitarium because what are they doing? They're cleaning your mind. The sanitation truck comes along. What is he doing? He's cleaning the streets. The street sweepers. They work for sanitation. Latin word saint or santa meaning clean or righteous. So it says, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, which are the Israelites, and his lot, his position, his status is among the holies, because he's one of the holies. You're going to find out that we are the holies. We are the people. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. Because Esau was, everything he's living on is a lie. Everything he's living on is a lie. As soon as he stepped out of Mount Seir, Petra, whatever he took, that's death. Or theft. And the light of righteousness have not shined unto us, because you're not the people. And the Son of Righteousness rose not upon us. Ultimately, you're going to find out that you're not the people, that you're in fact Edomites. I got a whole bunch of precepts, but I'm just gonna stay with this one. I may give you another one, and I'm gonna close. I don't want to make this too long, because I know how Jake is. They got a short attention span. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness. Right. We put too much what am I gonna say? Too much thought or too much energy into being wicked. That's what they're saying. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. We put too much energy into destroying shit and being wicked. Precept come to mind. Give me a second. Micah. And I'm going to read it in the Micah 2, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, start from the first verse. Woe to the oppressors. Woe to they, who's our oppressors? Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. They think about some scheme to F you over, and then they make phone calls. Okay, do this, do that. Because it is in the power of their what? Of their hand. Their hand meaning power. They're in the power seat. And they coveted fields and take them by violence, because they were given the blessing of the sword by their father Isaac, which is Yahweh Shai, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Heritage first, and you get the word inheritance, meaning the land, but it's the knowledge too. Because if you're going to take the land, you take what they got, you got to take away who they are, because they can scream, well, look, we're the people. You even said we're the people. So they have to say, okay, we're going to take their land, and we're going to tell them, say that these are not the people. It says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your neck, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. And that day shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled. We have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he hath divided our fields. So payback is a bitch. Payback is a bitch. You got to pay. You got to pay. We got the track record on you. It says, we, which are the Edomites, this is the elite of the elect, the elite, we worried ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. We wasted too much time being wicked. There was we could have did a couple of righteous things and benefited from that. You know, if we had did this, we would have benefited from that. But it's not in your nature. You're that serpent. As what is that? Psalm 58:1. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way, but as for the way of Yahweh, we have not known it. Now that's talking about us and them. That's why because we turned our back, just one wax fat and kick. Thou art waxing fat. So the Most High punished us. He beat the hell. He gave us a mega ass whipping for hundreds and hundreds of years. What have pride profited us? Esau's full of the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks. Or what good have riches with our vaunting brought us? Because they can see that they're going down. They're scared to death of these UFO sightings. And they know exactly what is up there in outer space, coming down into your atmosphere, into your world. Because they watch us. There was this one scientist, I believe. He was a scientist. And his thing was, UFOs don't exist. And I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to get some documents together, some receipts to prove to you that UFOs do not exist and UFOs are not angels. And when he did his research, you know what he came to the conclusion? He said UFOs do exist and angels from God come down. And he said Ezekiel chapter 1 actually happened. Ezekiel actually saw what we call UFOs, which are chariots. So he wrote a book on that. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. I didn't want to do it, but let me go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm right here. Let me go ahead and do it. I'm going to get ready to close. How am I going to do this? Yeah, I looked up the word derision. It means mockery, ridicule, jeering, so forth. Bear with me for a minute. Scientists who didn't believe in UFOs now believe in UFOs. Let's see what comes up. Okay, this clown, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's a clown. Oh, wait a minute. Stephen Hawking right about aliens? Wait a minute. But there was an actual book that this scientist put together to disprove. Okay, do any credible scientists believe in UFOs? Why do you believe in UFOs and aliens? I don't believe in aliens because I thought that the media and scientists would inform the public. Evidence strongly valid. Let me do this. Book on Ezekiel's will. Okay, I believe this is the book.
According to crosswalk.com, when the creatures moved, they also moved. When the creatures stood still, they also stood still. And when the creatures rose from the ground, the wheels rose along with them, because the spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. Ezekiel chapter 1 verses 20 to 21. In this vision, Ezekiel gets an up-close view of God's glory.
Okay. Okay, this is his name. Let me read this. I'm gonna close. It said the spacious Ezekiel is about a ship that was supposedly observed by the prophet Ezekiel after UFOologists such as Eric von Däniken pointed to the possibility of interpreting Ezekiel's vision as a report of an extraterrestrial spaceship. Blumrich, this is the guy that wrote the book that said he don't believe UFOs exist and they're not the angels, and prove them that you don't know what you're talking about. Then he proved to himself that UFOs actually exist, that Ezekiel's will is a fact, they're angels. Blumrich decided to disprove the hypothesis or the theory. However, a thorough examination convinced him that Ezekiel had in fact seen a spaceship. This is an Edomite scientist. He then made detailed drawings of the alien craft, concluding that the technology of the builders must have been somewhat higher than mankind's at the present. Bloomrich asserts that Ezekiel's account in the Bible was not a description of a meeting with God in a prophetic vision, but one of several encounters with ancient astronauts in a shuttlecraft from another planet. Gotta open this up. From another planet. So they can't say we're crazy no more. Remember it said in Wisdom of Solomon 5, it said they count us as madness. Oh, these guys are saying that UFOs, angels riding around in UFOs. Well, this scientist wrote this. Get the book. Get the book. So it says, Bloomrich analyzes 6 different translations of the Bible in conjunction with the experience in engineering, and presents one possible version of Ezekiel's. Give me a second. Of Ezekiel's vision of how the Most High are described as riding in an elaborate vehicle capable of seeing, supposedly showered him with the future or the prophecies, and gave him various messages to deliver. So his conclusion is, it says in the appendix of the books, Bloomrich presents technical specifications of the hypothesized spaceship. He proposed a wheel that is capable of rotating not only in the forward backward direction, but also sideways, based on the interpretation of the description in Ezekiel, and patented it. The wheel is now known as the Omni wheel, and it is used in special applications. So this is the book that he wrote. You can order this book. This is the book that he wrote. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.